Hello and welcome back to Sherwood Park Toyota. Today we're looking at a Toyota Sienna XSE Tech Pack in the color gray. Let's take a look. Starting up front here, underneath the hood, you'll find the gas component of the hybrid energy system. It is a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, automatic transmission. Gets combined 245 horsepower and 263 pound-foot of torque, towing capacity up to 3,500 pounds. Up front, you've got LED headlights, customary daytime running lights, and then across your front bumper, you'll find these little round nodules. These guys are your front parking sensors, and then up front, of course, we have the blue hybrid Toyota logo. Onto the side here, we have 18-inch alloy wheels. Then as you move back, on both of your front handles, you'll find this little dimple. We'll talk about that guy more on the driver's side, and we'll also talk about the handle for the rear passenger seats. On all four of your windows, you'll find these rain guards, and all of your rear windows also come with factory tinting. Up top, you'll have black roof rails. Approaching the back here, on the right-hand side, you have your XSE hybrid trim level badge, and then across the rear bumper, just like up front, you've got backup parking sensors going the whole way through. Left-hand side, you have your all-wheel drive badge. Sienna logo across the back here. Directly underneath this is the backup cameras. To open up your cargo space here, reach next to the cameras and press the button, and it should automatically rise up for you. Inside, of course, we have both the second and third row seating. Second row seating has independent captain's chair style, meaning there's no middle seat right down here. Talk about those guys when we get up front there. For the third row seating, you have a 60-40 split on the right-hand side, allowing each side to function independently. We also have the stow-and-go style seats in the third row. So what this means is that this rear cargo space that is down below, this trunk space here, can have the seat folded down into it like we have this set to, which, if they're both down, allows for this large flat bed space to go all the way across and be level with the floor. Otherwise, you can have it sat upright the way that a typical second row seat just lays down flat, which gives you extra deep storage all throughout the back here. Or, of course, you can have your seats up like we have it on the left. There are diagrams showing you the different options and how to achieve them using the different handle setups. Across the third row, you'll also find these little hook arrangements, which allow you to use them for extra storage purposes. On the left-hand side, you have an extra deep storage cubby. And then on the right-hand side, you have a 12-volt adapter up top. Down below, underneath, or rather past this false wall, is where you'll be able to find your battery for the unit. Now, looking forward for your third row occupants, they do have access to plenty of their own cup holder spaces, as well as having volume controls, which are used for the rear entertainment system, and they have their own charger adapters too. To close up your space back here, you can reach up to the handle on the right-hand side. There's an optional kick sensor, or you can press the electronic button. Press it once to close it, and press it twice to close and lock it all at once. Next, let's go take a look at the inside. So as promised, we would talk about this handle. There's a couple ways to open up this door because it is power adjustable. One of them is to simply pull on the handle and then it will pop up and move, or you can just press on the button itself. You'll see your door slide open, and then you'll have easy access. For your internal upholstery, you have the dual tone of the gray Softex leatherette with both a white and orange stitching. Got some beautiful texturing going on the seats here. Down below, you'll find these adjustments you can use for the seats in order to give yourself quick and easy access into the third row if occupants don't feel like walking through the middle. So there are tracks that you can see run across the floor space, giving lots of room and adjustment space for the seats, as well as, of course, being able to lay them down flat, just like you can lay down your third row. You do also have the armrest options, both on the outside and the inside of the seats, so you can have them down or up depending on what you prefer. On the inside of the seats, there's also these little cargo, or rather these kind of mesh pouch options you can use for additional storage space. Now, looking up overhead, two things. First off, we have the third zone air conditioning control panel. This allows for your second and third row occupants to control their own temperature, fan speed, and modes, and it even splits it on either side, which technically makes it 4 different zones. This can be controlled from up front. We'll take a look at that when we get up there. Then we have your rear entertainment system. So this screen folds down, then you're able to play media through there for your second and third row occupants to enjoy. On the back of your front passenger and front driver seats, you've got pouch storage. Then back at the console you have your charger options, cup holders, and even more charger options down below. And currently we have the Sienna rubber mats installed in this unit. Now to close this door again, you can use those same two methods that we talked about up front, or you can reach inside of the door and pull the handle here, which will allow it to close. And then there is another option, which is right underneath of this little handle here. You'll find another little button. Reach in and press that guy. And once again, the power door will close itself. Now, back again to this little dimple on the front handles. These guys indicate keyless entry. So if you have the key fob on your person, you can tap your hand here or here to lock or unlock your unit. Inside your driver's door, power windows here for front and back, window lock, power lock system side, mirror controls, plenty of storage space there. Of course, we have electronically adjustable seats up front, back front, up, down, and lumbar support. Hood release latch on the bottom left-hand corner of your dash. Then you have the controls to release your gas. Then you have the power door off. This way they can only be opened and closed either from the outside or from the controls that we have up top. Then you have your traction control, your automatic headlamps, AC 120-volt heated leather steering wheel, your dash brightness, odometer strip, and a little storage shelf up top here. Taking a look at the steering wheel itself, first off, it is black leather with orange stitching, much like the seats. Then, left-hand side there, controls for your dash display, hands-free communication, and your volume control. Right-hand side, radio controls in the bottom, adaptive cruise control up top, including both sonar and lane departure. In the middle here is your infotainment display screen. This is where you go to access much of the information about your daily driving experience. Currently, you're looking at your customizable home screen. Through here, you have a couple different options, but all of this can be accessed through these side options too. So underneath, we have your menu settings, destination, audio, phone, app, projection, info, climate setup, and display. Climate gives you a couple things for the front. You have your display here, including for your syncing and eco heat cool setting. And then you have your additional options. So again, you have the syncing, AC, and then your eco heat cool there. Next to that is all of your setup. So this is all of your specifics, everything from Bluetooth, audio, phone, voice, navigation, apps, traffic, data service, language, theme color settings, etc. Then, audio listening, AM, FM, and satellite radio, full Bluetooth connectivity, optional adapters for USB, and then you have access to the rear options here as well, so you can see what you've got playing for them in the back. And then lastly is your navigation. So this is a fully built-in navigation, fully touch sensitive for ease of use. All along the right-hand side, you have all of your audio listening, tune scroll on the bottom right, volume control on the bottom left. Left of that is your your four-ways and push start ignition. Then this middle section here is the climate control center. So as we said, you have options for controlling the rear, including having it synced or unsynced, which will either allow them to function it by themselves or for you to control it from up front. Up front, we have dual climate control here, so that allows for your driver and front passenger to have their own unique temperature settings, or you can turn on your syncing, which will have everything working together. There's more than one option for your syncing format, so you can have either everybody has unique temperatures, everybody's synced up, you can have a lot of different arrangements, which allows everyone to be comfortable at the same time. Down below, you have 3 variant levels for heated seat control for driver and for front passenger, defrost for front and rear windshield here. Then we have this nice shelf design that goes the whole way across your front dash. You'll notice a little divider halfway through, ensuring that if you place something on one end and then drive around a corner, it's not going to go flying all the way to the other end out of your reach. You'll also find this wireless charging pad here. Compatible with all wireless charging devices, you'll notice it has this little inset tray design, which means that the phone's not going to go flying out of there when you're out on the road. Still have a clear line of sight to it for notifications coming in and out. Never have to worry about having charging cords on you, and you can have it turned on or turned off depending on what you prefer. Left of this, you actually have a USB adapter. Then you have your gear shift with your driving modes, EV mode, and parking brake, cup holder, and storage spaces, including this one which folds up or folds away. Then you have your console space. So you press the button and it will flip itself open. Super deep storage, takes all of my arm inside there. Then you have additional charger on the left hand side. You'll notice this little cutout right here. So if you do have cords coming out, they're not going to get cut off by the edge here. And this is another great place for having a phone stored. It's really designed for that capacity. Same with having it slid into this little space up top. You do have plenty of additional storage down below here, including a 12-volt adapter. Then looking up overhead on your rearview mirror, 1, 2, and 3 dots. These guys are garage door openers. Right now we have a normal reflective rear view mirror, but if you flip the switch, you'll find it turns into a camera view instead. The reason this is a great little built-in feature to have is in case you have anything or anybody inside your cab space with you that are either being a distraction or fully blocking the view of traffic behind yourself, you can just flip that switch and circumvent that problem entirely and still be able to keep an eye on the road. Now you might be wondering, what do I use to keep an eye on the people I have in the back? Well, we have a solution for that too. This little pop-up mirror. So this way, you can have one mirror dedicated to eyes on the road and one dedicated to having an eye on your passengers as well. On top of that, you've got your SOS button, overhead lighting controls. You have controls there, of course, for the moonroof, power trunk release, and the side doors as well there. Thanks again, folks, for joining us on this full video tour for this Toyota Sienna XSE Tech Pack in the color gray. It is located here at Sherwood Park Toyota at 31 Automall Road in Sherwood Park, Alberta. You can also reach us at 780-306-7703. And remember, life is full of choices. Let us be yours.